Hey guys, welcome to another episode. This was key 1 for pick a card. So this will be the key you would have picked, which is the silver key, and it's got a little bit of a little diamond. Well, I wished it was real, but it's not. That was the key. This is for reading 1. So I've got some angel cards out here today. 2 different decks I've popped out. So let's have a see what angel cards are going to come in for key 1 for this pick a card. Round she goes. I'm going to go there. Okay. We've got Ariel. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer and meditation. That's Ariel. And you've got signs with it. Oh God. I was laughing at it thinking, how's the odds of that? But anyway, it's beautiful colours. Anyway, new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer and meditation. And be looking for your signs, because there's going to be some signs coming in from spirit or from your angels, this is all the angel cards at the moment. I've got the 2 different decks. They're both DoreenVirtue, but I do love those. They're a bit old, but I do love them because they just have such good messages. So, hey, reading 1 for the silver key. This is your little gem you've got to look forward to, is new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. So you've got all this psychic coming in. It sounds great. All right, reading 1. We'll get a little bit more information for reading 1, please, Spirit. I don't want to turn them over yet, but we know that's sort of roughly in order there. Reading 1, please. Reading 1 for key 1. Alright. Just see how we go with that. I've got the deck sitting there in case we need to get some more. Okay, these were first. Right. We've got the 7 of Wands, the King of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. There's a nice little layout for you guys. Okay. Just fix these back up. 7 of Wands, King of Cups. All right away we've got a little bit of a battle around you, which is, even though you could, male or female, masculine, feminine energy. The King of Cups in the abstract form is, we were just talking about it, but anyway, the King of Cups was very much he's very much in control of his emotional body. He's very mature and got himself together. He's someone you wouldn't, fuck with, so to speak. He's very, very strong, and there's a strong and silent type style of thing. So, and being in its emotional suit and the cup suit, it very much plays in with the psychic and spiritual experiences that are coming in around you. There's a little bit of this responsibility going on here, a little bit of a small battle within, like a backwards and forwards. And maybe it's just with the new psychic or spiritual side kicking in, or different things coming in around you, it's pulling your emotional body around a little bit, because he's quite strong and mature, but I feel with 7s on either side of him, and the 7's a mystical number anyway. The 7 of Swords is to do with the theft of energy, time, or even material, or somebody sneaking around behind your back. We shall see. We'll get some more cards out here and see what else we've got going on. We've got the Queen of Swords, the 2 of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. And we've got the Moon down here, which is very much the psychic. Queen of Swords, well, she's there, and she's a bit of brainstorming and a bit of going through and thinking things over and working things out and coming to a conclusion. 2 of Swords, very much the same energy, being it's a thought sword, and she's got her arms folded She's in two minds. She's not really sure which way she's going to go here. She's a little bit blinded because she's not really sure with all this different psychic and spiritual situation and all this emotional energy running. It's just got you a little bit confused, but there is a temporary peace. You will stop for the time being and it will come clear, and if you give it a little bit of time, a little bit of prayer, meditation or study. So there's the study, a bit of prayer or meditation. And take your time, don't rush, whatever this is that you're trying to work out. And there's a celebration. There's definitely a celebration. It looks like to do with a home. It could be you're actually going to get a home you've been wanting to or were looking at getting. Maybe it's a rental, maybe you're purchasing. It also can be, in this instance, because there's two people here cheering with the flower bunches up in the air, it can be an engagement, a wedding, a housewarming. It looks like the harvest time. It's like the bounties come in. Things are quite good and come in around. This sneaking around thing is definitely not sneaking around. It's to do with time and energy being wasted. And it's to do with this brainstorming session. You feel like it's taking so much time to work this out. So there's a decision. It feels like there's a decision that has to be made. And the decision is quite a big one. So you're toing and froing like this with it. It's backwards and forwards. But it's not all bad. It's just something that's happening on an interior, like on a mental level. And there is a celebration in around all this. And the moon is a bit of a gateway, where the moon's a gateway and it's the hidden information, things that are not seen. It's behind the veil, intuition. So this is what this is all stirring around in amongst everything's all happening at once. I'm going to go to my other little favourite deck, which is the Everyday Witch. And we'll get some more information, please. For reading one, thank you. Okay. Reading one, please. What have we got for reading one? What else can we tell these guys? Which is already a bit exciting, this reading. What else can we get for reading one, please? Oh, we got a card flip there. I'll just sneak that out because that was there. Reading one. Okay. Get them out. Alright, we're going to stop there for a minute and see what we come up with. See what we have here. Okay. Sort of like I said, I'll just chuck them out anywhere and work it out, because when they're flicking out like that, you just go, yeah. Okay, good. We got Death, guys, and we've got the Six of Wands. So in amongst it somewhere, that Five of Pentacles was definitely in that section. I think this might be, go like that. We'll just keep reading on. So there's a bit of decision, a bit of some sort of celebration. There's the Death card, which is the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. And here's the Six of Wands, which is the victory. So something's been accomplished, something's come to this celebration. It feels victorious on some level. It's something you've been waiting a long time for. And this energy of the Five of Pentacles is finishing. It would be that it's the end of it. It's coming through and it's going. That phase is going, that being left out in the cold. A bit of lack mentality. It feels to me that things are coming into a bit of a more auspicious time. And you've got the heartache. So the death and the heartache finishing is that's that energy passing and finishing, that past energy and that mental energy that we had earlier up in the cards. That's the death of that's gone. And the victory here is all to do with that Nine of Wands, where you've been hanging on and battling through for quite a period of time, and you're actually getting to the other end now, where the Two of Wands is a win-win situation. So there's a bit of expansion and things are moving forward into the direction you want. I'll just lay these across the top then, and that's a bit easier. We've got the Ace of Wands, which is nice, fast-moving energy. And it's very magical feeling with this deck, especially because she's got the fire, she's controlling the fire here. And it's the beginning, and all her powers and her magic are coming out, a bit like the Magician. just like this looks like the Fool. It's this deck has these cards that always read a bit different for me. This always looks like the Magician because she's got everything swirling around. There's a music note, there's a paintbrush, there's a little bit of a painting, a book. She's got, it's a quill, so it's like a pen. It would be a pen if it was, you know, back in the day. And a bit of a branch was a new beginning. All this is in the smoke floating around, and all the magic's lifting up and coming out of the fire. So this new beginning is all to do with creativity. It's gestation. It can have something to do with babies, if there's anyone out there that's got that. But I'd feel it's more to do with everything and all your life around you and all your... These looks like things you love. You love music, you love art, you love writing, you love... It's all like sort of like a personal beginning where this whole new energy is coming in with this new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. So you're starting to feel different inside. Here's the old Seven of Cups, and of course that's just a little bit of the emotions are a little bit erratic, and it would be very understandable that would be happening at the moment because you've got so much going on. It's a bit hard for you to settle down, and you need to take note. You need to study prayer and meditation. So if you do meditation, at least, even if it's just quietening yourself down and going into a quiet space or a quiet place, you'll settle that emotional body down that's going a bit crazy. There's something that was from your childhood or something from the past. It could be a person, but it feels more like a feeling, like you wished for something and it's been a long time wish or a secret desire, and it's starting to play out in front of you. You're going to start walking into that energy and walking down the path. So the judgment's coming in, and like a bit like this is, it always looks like the Fool a bit to me. She's, you know, playing her flute and skipping down the road. So if you can imagine yourself doing that, just like right now, that's the energy you're walking into. That's the feeling out in front of you and what you're moving and going towards. Beautiful reading, love it. We'll grab out some Making Magic and pop a few of these little fellas out to get another last comment. Sorry, that one flipped, we're just going to have it. Last little word from Spirit, please, for reading one with the silver key, with the diamonds. Ooh, there they all go. Okay, I'll take off the top here and put them out and see if we have enough. I'm not sure if we're going to need. Just pop that one. That was the one that fell out, that turned over. I'll leave it there. Now we'll spin. Let's get one more card for reading one. Alright, both of them. On target. Follow your ideal life path. So if the opportunity comes in front of you and things start playing out a certain way, especially with all the psychic and spiritual experiences or signs and synchronicities that are coming into play in front of you, just go down that road. Just have a little, roll the dice, have a little gamble and go down that road and see, follow your ideal life path. So if there's an opportunity for you to go and do something that you would not have usually gone and done, now's the time. This is virtually saying to you, now's the time to go ahead and start discovering this path and have a go. Don't gamble your whole life on it, but if you can, even as a side gig, if you can start putting energy into it, where the energy goes, that's where the energy will flow. So if you put energy in, that's where it will start moving and going forward. Little luxuries generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. Well, I think once this signs and the psychic and the spiritual experiences all start coming in, things are going to, the synchronicities are really going to start lighting up. It's going to be away you go. Abracadabra with wings, fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. Yes, reading one. I love this reading. I want to claim this one myself. But great reading one. That was for the silver key. And I can't wait to see what the next key brings. But that was for this silver key with the little gemstone on it. Beautiful reading and very synchronistic. Everything seemed to be just matching up and matching up. So yeah, I'd love to hear if this, you know, if this all comes into play in the future, because we're virtually looking for This was for about a month from now. So whenever you're watching this and you pick key 1, this is for a month forward even, and they're timeless. So it doesn't have to be the day it's put up. It's just if you feel to click on it and you pick key 1, this is your message for you. So thanks for reading 1. It was a great reading. Thanks for hanging out. Bye for now. Hi guys, welcome to reading 2. This is for reading 2. We're going to have a spin now and see what you get for reading 2. Oh, it was only a little spin, but it's still spinning. See what we get for reading 2, please. I'm going to say this one. Okay, we've got Celeste. Celeste, a happy move to a happy new home or a place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. And celebration. These cards, I just can't understand it. The first reading was very similar in the sense of not the same cards, but they're so lined up. Seriously guys, just can't believe this is just a bit, what the? Okay, it's really, really cool, but anyway, celebration, yeah, go to celebration. But yeah, it just, synchronicities are a bit like, okay, it's freaking me out. All right, a happy move to a new home or a place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. And of course, there's going to be some celebration because it feels like things are going to be looking up quite lovely. So, okay, this is for key number 2, which is the brass little key. They're straight away. There we go. We've got some straight away, some cards for reading number 2, please, for the little brass key. I say the little brass key, but you know what I mean, the little fancy key. Okay, it's just way too many. We're going to have to get that sorted out. I got that, left that one that did fly that way, but we can't have that many. It ends up, I'll be here for 15 minutes trying to just sort them out. Okay. Reading 2, please. Reading 2, please. Oh, it's a bit of a mess, but there we go. We're right. Okay, guys. We'll just go with these guys fell out first. Okay. We've got the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, she's very confident. She's sitting on a throne and she's holding on to her staff and she's sitting there with her legs spread and she's got a sunflower is virtually in the other hand. So it's very much the countryside. She depicts, it's a fairly fiery energy, but because it's a wand, it's the countryside or going in the countryside or going for a trip. We're with the Knight of Pentacles there. He's slow moving and she's fast moving, so I feel like that's very evened out. It's quite, I feel like things are quite sort of coming into play here with this money or this movement or wanting to be sorting out the money or the balance of money. Happy new home. A happy move to a new home or a place of employment. So it'll be to do with the home or the place of employment that it feels like it's the right move. And it's really good. It's slow moving, but it's really solid. And then here's the other wand coming in. So on either side of that slow, solid moving pentacle, and the time it's taken to get here, you've got the fire sign on both sides. So it virtually is going to make that sort of, you know, light up pretty quickly. Ace of Wands is coming in and it's a bit of divine intervention there with the little leaves that are the little teardrops that come off. They're called some, I should know what they're called. They're called something tears, but anyway, they're all to do with new beginnings, new ideas. It's birthing in new ideas. It's like to do with gestation, like pregnancy and all that stuff, but it's more, doesn't feel like pregnancy in this one. It feels more like the birth of the new, the birth of this new situation. Because the movement will usher in the positive new energy, so that's exactly that card represents that in a nutshell. All right, guys, we're going into the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Chariot. No. King of Pentacles, say no more. So that's good, solid. If it was to do with a job, it can be to do with banking, anything to do with big financial institutions, law, legal, banking. But it's sitting on top of the money and the throne there, which, as you can see, he's sitting there with the money. He's smirking. He's got everything he needs around him. So you're on top of the money situation. You're ruling it all. It's all working out. Now the Knight of Pentacles has got the Page of Pentacles on it, which is the news and information coming in about this money and this situation. And then you've got the Chariot, which is the happy move. So the energy is moving forward and going towards this situation that's coming in. The King of Swords, the Tower, and Death. Oh my goodness. So King of Swords is legal documents, paperwork, signing contracts, signing paperwork, getting legal stuff sorted out, getting legal stuff organised. And because it's on the King of Pentacles, it definitely looks like it's legals to do with the career, the premises, the business. It could even be a new car, like a luxury new car, and you're signing up the contract to get it. But it feels bigger than that to me because of this, how that those synchronicities are like, wow, okay, full on. The Tower happens overnight, and it's divinely, like this is being brought in from the heavens. So is this change. It's come in. It might come in fast and move fast and be a little bit disruptive, but it'll be one of the best changes you've had come in front of you that pulls the rug out from under your feet a little bit, but you'll be falling over on your butt laughing. You'll be that happy about it. And the Death card on the Chariot. How much more can you get to say that this is definitely big movement coming in around you? Now, I just said this with reading 1. When I lit the candles to set the intentions, the intentions were to take us out for about a month from now. So depending when you click on this and when you actually click and read this, it'll be a month forward from now is when, and these are timeless, so I won't put a time frame and say it's going to be from now, this date to the next date. So whenever you click on it, a month forward, it should happen in that month or towards the end of that month. So if you're watching it, look for the 4th week. That's where I'd say this would be going into play, because it was set for a month from when the reading was done. You got the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Now with the 9 of Swords, it's a little bit of mental stress, but the Knight of Wands is fast moving energy coming in, and it's messages coming in and information coming in. And of course I'll do my Everyday Witch cards, and we'll get a little bit more for reading 2, please. A little bit more info for reading 2. Sorry guys, I all flipped over the odd way. Reading 2, please, for the little brass key. Get some more information for reading 2, thank you. Sorry, they were poking out, I just threw them out. Okay. With that little bit of mental stress, it's just a side note there that's popped in, but because it's sitting on that King of Swords, there's some little legal situation. It's to do with paperwork. It's a loophole thing to do with paperwork, and it stresses you out a little bit. Not as bad as it's depicted in this picture here, where you're up all night stressing out, because there's no need for that. It's just letting you know that there's something that needs to be ironed out. But here's the Knight of Swords coming in, and the Knight of Wands coming in. Sorry, I'm looking at the swords. Knight of Wands coming in, and it's fast-moving energy. So the fast-moving energy and that message coming in, he'll come in quite quickly, and he's coming in to sort of race in and sort it out. And see on the other side of it here, we've got the King of Swords again. So if you read that forward from where I've looked at it, there's a bit of stress, there's a bit of energy moving in quite quickly. And here's somebody. Now this Knight of Wands is news or information, so it's to do with phone calls or chasing something up. If anything pops up that is a little bit of a stress on any level, ring somebody you know, because somebody is definitely being able to, if you ring somebody and say, oh, what's this to do with, what's that to do with, bang, here's the person with the answer, because that's what the King of Swords is in an abstract form. His legal documents. See how he's there with the sword pointing at the big book with his hand on it, like he knows his shit, so to speak. And then we got the Queen of Swords, which is a bit of brainstorming going on. So you're sorting it out, whatever this little hiccup is, which I'm not saying I'm trying to, you know, put a wet blanket on it, but there's some little hiccup that comes up with some legality. And the only reason I've looked at it like that is because you've got the Seven of Swords. So there's a little bit of theft of time, energy, or sneaking around, and it's just that energy that's a bit contrary, being it's a 7. It's a little bit crazy there with that. Oops, sorry. Mucking it up. A little bit crazy there with that energy. That, again, I would say to stop and have a think about this. Don't go rushing in, because all this sword energy is all in the head, so it's all thoughts. And with this celebration, and everything's gone up on a bit of a high, everything's gone a bit excited, and energy's moved right up. So one little chink in the armour can pull you back down into that thought pattern and to panic. But yeah, this will come and go as quickly as it turned up. It won't be a big problem. You've got the Six of Cups and you've got the Ace of Wands. So Six of Cups is definitely someone or something from your past coming back in around you. And it could be a person, but it definitely feels like a friend from a long time ago, or family from haven't seen for a long time. Somebody from your past is coming back in around you, and they might just be coming in to celebrate with the celebration. They might be just coming in to celebrate the situation, or a housewarming, something like that. And then you've got the Ace of Wands. So very much feels, always got the bit of the magician vibe in this card, because you've got all the stuff coming up and the smoke coming out of the fire. She's actually, you know, powering up this fire with this energy, and she's got everything floating around in there that she loves. So this, it's the new, because this is the Ace of Wands again, the repeat there. And the Ace of Wands is definitely coming back to this fresh new beginning, and it's very empowering. You feel like you're really confident and really feeling quite powerful and quite content with the situation that's coming in front of you here. This person from the past, or it's something you wanted to do when you were a younger person, or years ago you wished you could do something. That's what this is playing. That's that emotion playing in, is that I just got that feeling that it's something that it's like a wish from way back that you wished you could have or do, and I think your wish is coming true. Now, just going back over that legal bit, it just popped back in. With that sneaky stuff, with that legal, because that Seven of Swords is to do with someone being sneaky. So if there's any contracts you are signing for this, all this happiness that's coming in, just double check it, because you got that King of Swords twice. So if he's coming out twice, it's virtually saying, you know, knock, knock, knock. You're so excited and the energy's running quite high. I feel it's like very like racy feeling, like all like, yeah, everything's going great. Either somebody, I'd say somebody's being sneaky or trying to be sneaky, because, you know, I'm not saying it's the real estate or your boss where you're going to, but it could be just something else around. It's just got that energy there that he doesn't come out twice for you to check your legal documents unless there's something to be checked upon. So, and you've got the Queen of Swords with the brainstorming and that a bit of stress there. So yeah, the legal side, that's the only little you know, tap comment, is just to take note of that legal, anything to do with that legal side. But overall, I would say reading 2 is different, but reading 2 is as good as reading 1, and reading 1 was great, and reading 2 is great. So love them both. Great day today for these readings. Alright, those 2 fell out, so we'll leave them. And I will pop these out now before I throw some more across the table. I'm going to love anything else from Spirit for reading 2 for the little brass key, please. 2 again, same as last time. Okay, perseverance. the motivation to keep going despite the odds. So that's what you've come through from at the beginning there. You've been persevering with that Knight of Pentacles. That's the perseverance that's paying off for all the time you've been pushing on, trying to get yourself into this happy situation. Fairy magic, respectfully work with the fairies and the elements to achieve your goals. So a little bit of magic coming in from the wee folk here. A little bit of magic for the fairies. A love charm. Attract a lover, a soulmate, or a life partner. There's somebody out there somewhere reading that's wanting that love charm to come in and be around, because that's pretty sure that was the card that was flipped out already. And you got power symbol. Cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. So again, very good reading, guys. You had all, and the little comment there could be somebody, even though we didn't have anything with the lovers, the soulmate, or the life partner. But when you make this move, things might play out with that move that go in that direction, because if you're moving, a happy move to a new home or a place of employment is in the works. So if this all comes into play, you might actually end up attracting a lover, a soulmate, or a life partner. This movement will usher in a positive new energy, and this could be in the energy as a partner, if someone's looking for a partner, soulmate, etc., etc. And perseverance, all the energy up until now it's to keep going, and it's going to pay off, and you'll pay dividends in your favour for what's coming, because you've got the celebration card there too, which is quite beautiful. So yeah, great reading too. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out. That was your key, and bye for now.